Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are solving a fun and interesting problem. Okay, question number is 1267, lead code medium marked, counting communicating servers in a grid. This problem is not only great for coding interviews and also helps improve your understanding of grids and row column traversal. Okay, let's go through the problem statement. You are given a map of a server center represented as a m cross n integer matrix grid where 1 means that on that cell there is a server and 0 means that it is no server. Okay, two servers are set to be communicate if they are on the same row or on the same column. Return the number of servers that communicate with any other server. Okay, so there are two important points that are given in the question, that are one means there is a server in that cell. Okay, zero means there is no server. Okay, let's see an example. For an example, there is a grid. Okay, a server in the top left and two servers in the bottom row. Okay, there is no server. Okay, so the server at 1 1, the server at 1 1 communicates with the one at 2 1 because they are in the same column. According to the question, if they are in the same row or same column, they can communicate with one another. And also the servers at 2 1, the servers at 2 1 and 2 comma 2 communicate because they are in the same row or same column. They can communicate with one another. So the total number of communicating server is 3, 1, 2 and this one. Okay, we have to return the number of servers that communicate with any other server. So we can see this server can communicate with this can communicate with this or this, and this can communicate with this. So three servers are communicating with one another. So the answer is 3. Okay, hope you are clear with the example. To solve this problem, the first step is to count how many servers are in each row and each column. Okay, let's call these counts. Suppose row count I, which will count the number of servers in row I. Clear? And for column count, we will make another vector j, number of servers in column j. Clear? So let's move on. For example, for this example, 1011 in row 1, in row 1 we have only one server. You can see we have only one server here, and in row 2 we have two servers, this one and this one. Okay, so row count will be, what will be row count, what will be the row count? 1 comma 2. Clear? What will be the row count? In this row there is only one server, so value is 1. In this row there are two servers, so value is 2. Clear? So we have calculated the row count. Now we will calculate the column count. Okay. So in column 1 we have two servers. You can see that we have two servers. And in column 2 we have one server. Only one server is there. Okay. So what will be the column count? Column count will be 2 comma 1. Clear? Because in first column we have two servers and in the second column we have only one. Okay, clear? Let's move on. So from now onwards, what approach we can follow? Okay, let's see again example 10 and 11. Okay, So we will iterate over each cell in the grid. Okay, over each cell in the grid for every server I comma j. If there is more than one server, more than one server in its row, that is, we calculated the row count I if greater than 1, or same condition will be applied to the column also. Okay, or column, what we have calculated for the column count j greater than 1, it communicates it communicates in that sense only, otherwise it will not communicate with each other. For let me explain this point. Okay, see, if there is only one server in a row, they can't communicate with each other because there is no another server. Now let's see this row. There are two servers, they can communicate with each other. Okay, so we can mark this two servers as the answers. Also for the column, there is only one column, it can't communicate with another one because there is no one. Okay, and for in this column there are two servers, so they can communicate with one another. Okay, so what will the answer will be 3 only. Now let's translate this logic into C++ code. Okay, here is the step-by-step implementation. Okay, so first we will calculate the row size and also the column size. Okay, so what we have decided to do? We have decided to count the servers in each row, also count servers in each column. So what we can use here? We can use vector for the counting of the servers in each row and each column. So we will make two vectors to count the servers in each row and each column. Okay, so row row servers row servers and the row size and column servers and column 0. So how we will calculate the uh, so for every row value and for every column value, we will count if there is a server, means if equal to 1, we will increment the row count, and if in the column, if if the server exists, we will increment the call count. Okay, so let's iterate through every grid point. Okay, for int I equal to 0, I is less than m, and I plus sorry I plus plus so plus plus. Okay, so if there is exists and server, so what's the condition for existing the server? Grid ij equal to 1. Okay, we will increment the row count, row servers. Okay, I plus plus, so it will increment that there is a server present in the row. Okay, and call servers j plus plus. Okay, so and now what was the condition, what was the logic we were uh, solving the question? So we we will make a variable name count. Okay, it will increment if only and if the value is greater than 1 if server value is greater than 1 or column server is greater than 1. But we also have to check one condition, that the server is existing there or not. So for example, for this one, for this server 0, if there is no server present, so we don't have to check the value for this one. Okay, we can skip that. So let's move. So for int I equal to 0, so source. If there an existence server, their existence server, how can we will check the using the condition also according to the question, according to the logic we prepared. If there is more than one server, row count greater than 1 or column count is greater than 1, it communicates. Okay, so we will follow the same. If row servers I is greater than 1 or or is greater than 1 or call servers is greater than 1, they can communicate with one another. Simple. Okay, and at last we will return the count value. Okay, so let's run this code. Let's see the code is running properly or not. Oh, okay, now let's submit this. Okay, okay, now let's visualize the time complexity. Since we are traversing through the grid every time, okay, we are traversing the grid, it means the time complexity will be big of row cross column, because we are traversing the grid twice, once to count servers and once to check communication. Okay, so this will be your time complexity of this question. Okay, so and that's it for today's problem. We learned how to count communicating servers using simple logic. Okay, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe. Okay, and stay updated with more coding tutorials. Also let me know in the comments what problem I should solve next. See you in the next video. Happy coding.